Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Before we continue on, if you haven't already decided to do so, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment on everything I go ahead and post. Now, I know it's been about 3 or 4 days since I made my last video. Honestly, I just haven't had that much motivation to make videos recently, being that my bank account and my wallet are both bone dry. So if you have the ability to do so, please consider donating to me. It's not that difficult. All you need to do is just send me a message at tuxedoshadow@gmail.com. The address is in the description below. You can go ahead and send me an email, or you can send me a Google chat request, and I will give you instructions on how you can donate to me. If you're inside of Vietnam, I can go ahead and accept any amount from 10,000 dong on up. Quick transfer as well as accepting cash. If you live outside of Vietnam, if you wish to transfer by bank, you should transfer at least more than 100 USD because there is additional charges for sending cash overseas. Now, the cheapest way to avoid that is by doing Western Union or MoneyGram. You can send me money that way too. And yes, MoneyGram and Western Union are still going in Ho Chi Minh City. So let's go ahead and begin. All right, so I forgot to start my timer again. That's okay. I'll just go ahead and do it at the 13-minute mark instead. All right, so let's go ahead and do 13 minutes start. All right, good. Now we're good. All right, cool. So we got about 15 minutes total to do this before I go ahead and make my other video, and I'm going to try and splice these together. So yesterday, somebody decided to post something on Facebook, and it was just too good. I just couldn't pass it up. So this is what we're going to look at today. So this is what I saw. Expats in Vietnam. Now, just to let everybody know, it is not a violation of Facebook rules or YouTube rules to go ahead and post stuff like this online because you're not actually identifying anyone. You're just giving sources as to where you got your information from. So you see here that this person goes ahead and asks for genuine advice. Urgent, please advise. Where must we report schools without license to operate and hire foreign teachers? Also, where do we report foreigners teaching full-time without TRC? Now, here's the thing. For something like this, yes, it is highly illegal. Illegal centers are not supposed to operate, yet they do anyways because they go ahead and bribe people. And foreigners are not supposed to work without a TRC card, which means those people are operating illegally. So not only is the center operating illegally, but the people who work there are working illegally too. Because without a TRC card, that means there's no work permit, which means somehow they jumped the border and got a job, either as a backpacker or a tourist. Who knows? So this person goes ahead and gets. You see, this person went ahead and posted this online. Now, you see me, I put the care symbol because I actually care about this kind of stuff. Now, you see, some liked it, some laughed, and some got very angry. Now, here's the thing. I want to go ahead and show everybody this. You see, it's got 53 comments on it. 53 comments on this. And about half of them talk about a football game. So it's not really relevant. But I am going to show you what is relevant. Right here. This person right here. Now, why am I citing this person? That's very simple. Because the fact this person is essentially threatening violence against the other person, but in a roundabout kind of way. See, in the United States, there's a saying that says, snitches get stitches. Now, the thing is, though, is the fact that this person, by the way they are acting, clearly shows that they may not be working legally. And if they are not working legally, well, they should exit the country as quickly as possible because if they're caught, they will serve a jail sentence and then get kicked out with a do not return order attached to your file. Now, me personally, I don't know if this person's working illegally or not, but the way he reacts kind of tells me everything may not be as proper with his paperwork as what it should be. So you see here in his own words. Now, at first he said that if you're a sorry snitch with no money, then there's nothing you can snitch about it. You may end up in a ditch in return, though. See, that's a threat right there. Because even though he may not be the one threatening violence, he is warning this Edna person that this Edna person will receive violence for snitching or tattling or telling on an illegal center. Next, he also says, get that snitch, get the strap, which kind of sounds like lynching to me. I don't know about you, but to me that kind of sounds like lynching. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and keep this going. Hey, at least I remembered to bring water this time, so there may not be a cough warning. So, we can see here that this person has essentially, in a roundabout kind of way, threatened this person twice. First, by saying that they will end up in a ditch, and also that the person may get hung as a result. Get that snitch, get the strap. So technically, this person is actually threatening this Edna person for asking on how to report illegal centers and teachers that aren't working without proper paperwork. Yeah. So here's the thing. Trying to intimidate someone isn't legal. Threatening bodily injury isn't legal. Threatening to hang someone or lynch someone is also not legal. So I sincerely hope that this person not only does what I'm thinking she, because of the name, I'm hoping that she goes ahead and accepts the advice that I sent her through Facebook Messenger and decides to go ahead and actually do this. Now remember, as I've always said, with the Labor Code series, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not certified to practice law in Vietnam, I'm just some guy who knows about the Labor Code. And I also know a thing or two on how to deal with illegal centers and illegal teachers. But as you can see, the illegal teachers really like their ill-gotten gains, and they will do just about anything to go ahead and protect it. This right here is one of the reasons why we need to go ahead and start kicking out illegal teachers, is because of stuff like this. Now, see, here's the thing. I'm going to go ahead and tell everybody straight about what the requirements are to work here in Vietnam. First things first, you have to have a business invitation letter / business visa, because that's exactly what it is. That's the first thing you have to have. Second, you have to have your passport, obviously, because you can't travel across international boundaries without it. So first you have to have your business invitation letter, business visa, and stuff like that. Then you have to have your passport. Then when you come over here, provided you actually did all this stuff beforehand, go ahead and give them your police check from your home country, health check from Vietnam, because there's only 1 or 2 hospitals here in Ho Chi Minh City that actually go ahead and accept the health check for the work permit. Now, here's the thing. So beyond the police check, health check, you also have to have all your documents certified. That means all your documents are authentic. There's nothing fake about them. They have to be attested by your embassy, and then they're basically good for 6 months. So essentially, you kind of have to redo your paperwork every 6 months is what you're supposed to do, because the police check, health check, all that, it's only valid for 6 months. So technically, about twice a year, you're supposed to renew your paperwork. Now, here's the thing. Beyond all that, you also have to have IELTS, TOEIC, or TOEFL at C1 Advanced or above if you are a non-native English-speaking teacher. Now, non-native speaker defined is a person who has spoken a particular language since birth rather than having learned it as a child or an adult, according to the Cambridge English Dictionary. So, here's the thing. If you're not a native speaker, you need IELTS, TOEIC, or TOEFL at C1 Advanced or above. Easy Forge is still accepted by Vietnam, but shouldn't be, because you can buy an Easy Forge, the EF set. I call them the Easy Forge because all you need to do is pay $100. You go ahead and get a 120-hour TESOL certificate from the World TESOL Institute and a C2 EF set certificate for $100. They're worthless. You want people that have actually went through classes, studied, and worked hard to go ahead and get their certificate. You don't want someone who just bought it off the street. Now, beyond all that, you also have to have a bachelor's degree or above, even though that requirement may be waived in the future. See, I have college trade certificates, and college trade certificates are legally valid to prove that I am college educated so I can get a job here in Vietnam. Now, here's the other thing. Beyond all that, so you got all your legal paperwork, everything is good, you can become an English teacher. But it's people like this specifically that's what brings down the English teaching sphere here in Vietnam. People like this are the reasons why I made this labor code series, so I could go ahead and show people their rights. because of the fact that if you're one of the people like me that wants to see legal English centers thrive and prosper, you also want to see the illegal centers get shut down and all of their staff, including the directors, get thrown in prison for years for lying to the people of Vietnam, for stealing from the people of Vietnam, for stealing from their staff, their teachers. These illegal centers, they're horrible. They're a blight, they're a cancer upon this world. They're a blight and a cancer upon Vietnam. People like me are the antigen. We are the ones who will actually excise cancer. How do we do that? It's simple. We go ahead and choose not to work at illegal centers anymore. We actually choose to only work for righteous English centers. Ones that actually follow the law. Ones that actually treat people with respect and dignity. Ones that don't steal from people. It is not the illegal centers that have control. It's the teachers that do. And if the teachers decide to finally stand up and say no more, then these illegal centers will flounder and then they're going to get shut down. Because an illegal center cannot operate if they do not have teachers to teach the classes. They can have classrooms full of students. They may be offering $600,000-$700,000 an hour. But if they're an illegal center, you're gambling. You're gambling with your freedom. Because if the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Labor, Ministry of Public Security, any one of those three decided to stop by the illegal center to do an inspection and they fail, which is more than likely, then you get in trouble too, not just the center. So, yeah, that's the reason why it doesn't matter how much an illegal center pays. Don't work for them. Work for legitimate centers. Work for legitimate international schools. Work for legitimate private schools. That's your goal. You should only work for legitimate centers. See, here's the thing. A lot of people don't like me. I know that. A lot of English centers don't like me. I know that. But you know what? I honestly don't care anymore. You know why? Because of the fact that I know my rights. And yeah, I'm extremely poor. I have no money in my bank account. I have no money in my wallet, just like I went ahead and posted on, just like I posted earlier. But it's because of people like this that I keep posting online on Facebook until I got kicked out of just about all 3 teachers groups for trying to teach people their rights. Oh, we don't want to learn our rights. We want jobs. We don't want to learn our rights. We want jobs. Okay, well, if you enjoy having your salary stolen from you by your employer, go right ahead. See, let's see, what else am I trying to say here? So, beyond the illegal centers and everything like that, hold up, another water break. All right, there we go. All right, so beyond everything you've went ahead and seen here, there's not much else I can go ahead and say right now within the last minute or so that I have available before I go ahead and cut this video short. But people like this is the reason why I fight. I fight to take down illegal centers so that the legal centers can thrive and prosper. Now, as soon as I can figure out how to convert a .m4a to a .mp4, whatever the video format is, you guys and gals are going to have a real treat on your hands, because I have an hour and a half recording that I want everyone to listen to. And yes, it is huge. It's literally the biggest recording you've ever listened to. So, I'm going to go ahead and cut this about short. I just want to go ahead and let everybody know that I fight for people's rights day in and day out. Yes, I'm poor. But if you want to help me not be poor, you can go ahead and send me an email, as I mentioned, to tuxedoshadow@gmail.com. Send me an email, send me a message through Google Chat saying that you want to help donate and, to help keep my channel running. Send me an email, join the Zalo chat group. All the information is in the description below. So all I can go ahead and tell everyone is have a good day, be safe, and I'll see you again soon.